is complete without it. It's the central piece on which you watch your favorite show, have your friends over for game night, and snuggle up with your pet. Munch, munch, munch! It's kind of the biggest deal in your living room. If you're hunting for a new couch, this holiday season, take advantage of some holiday deals. We're breaking down this one for you from Macy's on today's show, Can I Afford This? Couch. If you're new to the show, this isn't the part where we try to sell you on a deal. Instead, we're using an existing deal that we found as a teaching moment so that you all know how to dissect and research these types of purchases before committing. So, without further ado, here is a basic sofa that usually retails for $9.99. But because it's the holidays and deals are your best friend, this particular retailer is selling the couch for $6.99. If you want the sofa, you can purchase it in one of three ways. 1, pay in full. 2, pay in installments with Klarna. Or finance it for 12 months. Obviously, paying in full is the easiest option. It doesn't need much explanation. So if you can afford the sofa and you can afford to pay it in full without stretching your budget, we approve. But let's talk about the other two options for this particular purchase. They're a bit more complicated. Klarna is a company that allows you to pay for a purchase in pieces. In this case, you're paying 4 interest-free payments of $174.75. What's awesome is we did the quick math and they actually split that $699 into 4 equal payments. So you're not paying more to finance, which is a great deal. But when you read the fine print, you find out that the first payment is made as soon as your order is shipped, and then the next ones will come in 2-week increments. It's not bad to spread out your payments over 2 months. It's something that will give you a little bit of extra time to save up for the next installment. But if you buy a more expensive couch from this retailer with the Klarna option, keep in mind that your payments will differ. So far though, pretty good option. Now, here's where this option can go from a shopper's dream to a nightmare in a hurry. Klarna and your payment provider are separate entities. This means that just because Klarna doesn't charge you interest on your purchases doesn't mean that your bank won't. What? For example, if you use a credit card for your purchase and you keep that balance past the end of the month, you know what's going to happen. So beware that you could still be paying interest on your purchase just from a different source. We also did some digging and found out that Klarna also charges a late fee of up to $7 if they can't deduct the automatic payment. So make sure you have enough to cover that $174.75 every 2 weeks. Here's where things can get a little hairy. In their segment, Klarna states, except where prohibited by law, you will be in default if you A, fail to make payments by a due date, meaning that even though they're upfront about charging you a $7 late fee, they may also charge the outstanding balance or any lesser amount we deem appropriate using any card we have on file for your separate invoice. So that's the option with Klarna. Let's look at the second option, financing through the retailer using a store card. This gives you the option to pay off that sofa over the course of 12 months, which is also interest-free if you pay everything off within that 12-month period. Sounds pretty standard. So without figuring in the shipping and taxes, you're looking at a payment of about $58.25 per month, which is pretty nice for a larger purchase for that $699 couch. So if you're a store card holder, you probably already know the deal. But for those who aren't already store card holders, it's important to know that when you apply for a store card, they pull your credit, which can initially drop your credit score. Additionally, store cards are credit cards, which means they'll hurt your credit if you miss a payment. So for this particular purchase, we looked at the fine print, and basically it says, if you miss a payment, you'll pay interest from the date of purchase with the APR applicable to you. So if when you applied to the retailer pulled your credit, they determined based on your credit what APR variable or non-variable applies to you, which basically means you could be paying anywhere from 16.59% to 25.24%, depending on that variable or non-variable APR, and it's all dependent on your credit score. So the best way to check this is to read your credit card agreement, because this varies from person to person. But basically, the rule of thumb is that the better your credit, the lower your APR interest will be. So if you're ever charged interest on a payment, it'll be based on that original APR in your credit card agreement. The point is, if you choose this option and you miss a payment, because this works just like a credit card, you'll be charged interest from the date you purchased the sofa, not just a simple $7 late fee like the Klarna option, meaning you'll pay more than the full price of the sofa. And because it's a credit card, your credit will be affected when you miss a payment. It feels so great to get a new couch for your living room. I get it. But it's definitely not a small investment. So don't be scared of opting for financing a larger purchase, because it's honestly a great option. You keep the money in your pocket and you get the sofa you've always wanted. What do you guys think about the example we presented in the show today? Do you have any couch purchase stories? Give us your thoughts in the comments section below, and always remember to read that fine print. We'll see you next time on Can I Afford This? Happy shopping!